Hi everyone, it's Danica, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the first step to choosing your pathway, and that is finding your interests. It sounds really simple, but trust me, it's definitely something that you need to work on, especially if you aren't sure about what type of career you want to do in the next couple of years. So why is this a good first step? I honestly do think that when you can define what your interests are, you can really now narrow down all of the different industries and career fields that might actually apply to some of your interests. I find that it's probably better to find something that you're gonna love doing and something that really aligns with who you are than trying to force something else that just doesn't really fit with your personality or with the things that you like to do. So to give you a personal example of how this kind of works, I personally sat down and wrote a few of the different interests that I had. And one of the things that really did motivate me and I love to do was I love to give my friends advice, or they would come to me with a variety of different problems and I would help them really figure out what the answer was or what they should do to something that was really difficult to figure out. And so that type of problem solving really transpired to me as a career in consulting. Now, that's a very narrow job choice, and you definitely don't need to pinpoint an exact career field, but you could actually pinpoint, a general industry. So for example, say you really like to travel and you want to be able to incorporate that with your business degree. You might want to consider something like hospitality. It's definitely a good marriage of the two, and if you really want to be able to use your traveling background with your career or in your courses, that could definitely be a really good combination of both of those different interests. And see, it comes a lot easier as you list more interests and you get more familiar with different types of industries and careers. And so you definitely want to consider writing down a list of, maybe 3 or 5 different interests that you have. And I recommend that next to every single interest, you want to write down, what career does this kind of follow, or what kind of industry does this fall into, or maybe it reminds you of someone who's famous. That's definitely something that'll help you figure out and narrow down exactly where you want to go. So in my first year of university, I really wasn't sure. I was thinking marketing, but I didn't quite know exactly what I wanted. And as I came into my second year of university, that's when I tested out a career in marketing and I did my internship. But now going back to that list I was talking about, I realized that there was something that maybe I was a little bit more passionate about and I didn't really know how I would incorporate it into marketing. And that was the giving advice and solving problems. And solving those problems really came in the form of consulting. And so as you see this progression, you can definitely change your mind. You can definitely choose different interests and different fields to explore. It's just a way for you to sort of narrow it down and find different fields that you can explore and taste and try before you, settle down on something prematurely or end up being lost for the next 4 years. So to sum up, basically the first step of choosing your career, you really want to narrow down what your interests are, and then that way you can tie them together and come up with a really great combination or solution that really looks at both aspects of what you need. So that's it for today's video. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye everyone!